Announcement of council.
Joshua Avellaneda for bar for the state judge. Stage ready.
Christina Chavez for adult probation, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Myra, how are
Yes.
you?
Pretty good, ma'am, and you?
I'm great. I'm great. You don't look very good today.
I'm a little tired, exhausted.
Are you still working at the motel?
Yes, ma'am. I was actually thinking about getting a second job as well.
Oh my God, here you are. You're telling me you're exhausted and tired, and why do you need a second job?
Because I moved into my new house. I don't know if you remember, but the rent is $1,095.
I don't remember that. That I don't remember. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
All the kids love it.
Yes, and it's pretty big. They're not in a 2-bedroom no more.
Beautiful. Soon.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Chavez, anything else I need to address with Miss Myra?
Your Honor, you also wanted to address with her the COVID test, where she stated that she was going to go test or she was sick. She reported she wasn't able to go to the UA because she was pending the results. Turns out that she didn't go get tested till after the report date. And then we also have the positive UA on September 22nd for the marijuana and the opiates. And this was after she reported September 21st, where she requested to see if she can use CBD. I explained to her she can't. I asked her if she already purchased it. She said no. Then she tested positive. She called back and she said she did purchase it and she was using it and she has been using it.
You've been using the CBD oil? Miss
Yes,
Lopez?
ma'am. They took me off my anxiety medication. So I've been really shaky and really anxious and really like biting and pinching. I started my new habit.
Stop. No. You've always used marijuana as long as I've known you, and that's years and years. You like marijuana. You do it. Don't talk about anxiety and No, you've been using marijuana since day one that I met you.
Great.
So stop using excuses. Judge, I can't stop and I need help. That's what you should say. Ms. Chavez, we interrupted you. Continue.
Your Honor, we did discuss the anxiety. We did discuss the medications. I explained to her my concerns over the medications of her taking the meds at night and by herself with the 5 kids and not being able to wake up. She did miss her doctor's appointment on September 8th. We thought it was because she was sick. She claimed she was sick. She was coughing. She was pending the results from the COVID. They were going to discuss the anxiety on that day and the medication. There's just inconsistencies with her stories, just going back and forth. It's making it difficult.
She's playing games again. She's doing drugs. She's engaging in her addict behavior. That's what you're doing, Miss Myra, again. Miss Myra, tell me the truth. Are you using drugs again?
No, the only thing that I smoke, miss, is the CBD.
You smoke the CBD?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you smoke it?
It comes in a cartridge. It takes my anxiety away.
Judge, I cannot hear,
Yes.
I cannot hear Ms. Lopez.
Ms. Lopez, are you covering the speaker?
I was sorry.
There you go. Now we can
Yeah,
hear.
you're coming in and out, off and on.
Sorry.
Okay. Miss Chavez, does she look good to you? She doesn't look.
She looks very stressed, Your Honor. And it's because of the lies, the games. I'm sure she's anxious. I'm sure she's on the brink of having a crisis. She thinks she's going to go to jail. She looks very stressed out to me.
Judge, what history do we have of use of her? Just THC, maybe?
THC, I think. That's it, right, Miss
Yes,
Chavez?
from my understanding, it was marijuana use prior to her being modified to the mental health unit. The judge did offer her services with Aliviane inpatient and outpatient. And then recently in August, she was transferred to the mental health caseload. Her UAs were coming out negative August 12th, August 18th, September 13th, and then she tested positive September 22nd.
When did they take you off your meds, Miss Lopez, you said?
They switched them back in October when I ended up going to Takumi.
October of 2020?
No, October of 2021. No, not October, August, excuse me. Sorry about that. It was August. When I was transferred to Miss Christina is when was going to La Mente. I had stable medication and then they re-switched my medication.
How many times have we sent her to jail, Miss Chavez?
Your Honor, let me see.
You gotta go to jail. I'm not gonna ignore that. You gotta go to jail, Ms. Lopez. You know what you're doing is illegal. It's not like this is the first time we've had this conversation.
I understand.
So I don't understand. No, you don't understand. You're leaving 5 children blowing out in the wind because you like to smoke pot.
There's a lot that I've been through. I'm
Okay,
not trying to play the victim or anything,
okay,
but majority of the time I live inside my head.
okay. Okay, so why don't we get you help for that? Why don't you seek help for that?
I was going to a therapist. Once I got transferred
Why?
once I
I
got
want to
transferred,
know if you're living in your head with all those nightmares and all those issues and all those demons, keep going.
I was told by the Takumi for my insurance that I couldn't have 2 different mental health counselors. I'm still waiting on Mike to give me a counselor for mental health.
Your
I
Honor,
was going to one, but they took me off of it.
Your Honor, and Mrs. Lopez's defense, she was at a different clinic, and I don't know if it was the previous officer who didn't do the research to find out exactly what services she was getting, how it was going to affect her to get her transferred to Takumi. She was receiving medication. She was seeing the doctor. She had a caseworker. She had a therapist. They transferred her over to Takumi. That stopped. She has to start again. I don't know if that affected her in some way, but at the same time, I don't think she sees marijuana as something bad or me taking CBD. It's her coping skill.
I agree.
We're not going to progress. We're not going to progress until she understands it's unacceptable. We have to deal with the pain. We have to deal with the trauma.
Very well said. I couldn't have said it any better. Do you think it's okay to do marijuana, Miss Myra, still after all these years with me?
Can I be completely honest with you, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I do. It helps me. My children are not left unfed. I've had CPS come in for the same reason. I'm not neglecting them. They're well dressed, they're well fed, my house is clean. I'm on top of everything I'm supposed to be. It's just when I get inside my head and remember everything that I went through, I have nobody to talk to about it. So being took off of that, my next coping skill is marijuana or CBD. I don't know how to explain it, Miss, but it that feeling of anxiety and trying to catch my breath, and it makes me feel a better person, like I can accomplish anything.
But we need to get you to the point where you feel like that on your own, without any substance, possibly without any medication.
And I understand that that's what I want.
But your actions show otherwise consistently through the years, Miss Myra. You turn to marijuana. So your actions are saying one thing and your words are saying another. Yeah, you want to get off. Yeah, you want to, but you know. Really, I'd put her in a facility in 2 minutes without 5 children.
I
Yes,
have,
ma'am.
can I,
Difficult.
sorry, can I say something?
Okay.
I'm willing to do the treatment and I'm willing, I've already talked to the kids' dad, and if he needs to take them, there just has to be a modification in the child support agreement or the divorce decree, in order for him to take them. I did get the paperwork yesterday for a power of attorney if I needed to give him temporary custody of my children.
She was ready to go to jail, Your Honor. She was making arrangements.
Good. Good. Are you ready to get better and stay in jail for a while until we put you in a facility, Miss Lopez? It could be 6 to 9 months.
That's fine with me. I'll do whatever I have to do at this point because I do want a better life for my children. I don't want the cycle to continue.
Good. Good. Now, do you have a little bit of money to consult a family lawyer?
The only thing I have is honestly like $100 to my name as we speak right now. And I'm holding on to it for the 15th of October so I can end up giving more money for restitution just in case I go to jail.
Your Honor, may I interrupt?
Of course, Ms. Caballero.
Your Honor, I would like to take this case pro bono if the client would have my representation. Maybe we can come to some reasonable solution for this family.
Ms. Lopez, are you open to that? Ms. Caballero is one of the best attorneys, in El Paso County, and probably Doña Ana and Juarez too, Ms. Caballero.
Thank you.
And,
I'll take it. The
and
queen
not-
of West Texas.
You got it. And she has got the most generous heart. Thank you,
Yes.
Caballero. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for the offer.
You're welcome, Ms. Lopez. When the judge is finished talking to you, please call my office. The last name is Caballero.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That was really cool of you, Teresa. That's awesome.
That was beautiful.
This is a heart-wrenching story.
It
That's
is.
beautiful.
Yes, she
Mr.
was,
Derek, yeah, Mr. Derek Wyatt, this isn't the first time she's done this in my court. She did it one other time before.
Oh no, I've seen her in action. I've known Teresa for 2+ decades. She's a great person and a fabulous lawyer, one of the best around.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. Wyatt.
yeah, and her heart matches that. Okay,
But
Ms.
she's gonna
Lopez.
cause trouble, Judge. You know that she's gonna cause trouble, right? We all know that.
But Ms. Lopez is gonna get some of the best representation and she needs it. Not only that, Ms. Caballero, I don't have to tell you, you know family law too. She should never turn over permanent custody to her children, to her husband. Do a
I
power.
don't know anything about this man or her relationship with him, but I'll tell you one thing, Judge, and I know people are waiting for their cases to be called, but you know, these women are unskilled and then they have children and then life falls apart and then they're the ones losing everything. And if they go to jail, basically the children are going to be orphans in a lot of cases. And I think we expect more than what some people can do. And she's under your orders and your orders are clear. But what I'm hearing is she cannot do it. There are too many stressors in her life and she's not positioned financially, emotionally, educationally. I hear there's zero support system. So we're going to have to sit down and map out a plan that takes into consideration all of these very deep flaws.
I
So-
agree. Meanwhile, not only that, and that was very well thought out, but she's got to stop the illegal drug. She's got to stop the marijuana. She's got to stop. It's illegal. If it was legal, great.
I'm not sure she can do it, Judge, from what I'm hearing.
I know.
And
I agree with you. I agree
and
with you.
she's not the only client I've heard you know, express
Right.
the need for this weed.
You
And
know what I tell those people? Move to Colorado or New Mexico.
And maybe that needs to be part of the plan.
Yes.
Maybe that needs to be part of the plan.
Yes. I've told a couple of people that have really flat out said they can't or they won't. They need to go to a state that allows it medicinally or for recreation too.
Right.
Judge, I'd like to weigh in on this too. I'm so proud of Teresa. She always does this, and we've been friends so long. It's exactly the right thing to do. I would do it myself. She constantly encourages me to, and I don't do it enough. I think Myra should move to New Mexico. When she says, to be honest with you, that the drug helps her, I believe it 100%.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I used a lot of recreational drugs myself when I was in college, but for the last 40 years of my life, I don't even take aspirin. But I have friends that I knew in college who are pillars of the community, doctors, lawyers, architects, other professional people who have been using marijuana their entire lives and use it to this day.
Right.
I won't mention any names. I'm sure you know some of them yourself.
Yeah.
Marijuana is not an addictive drug for her. It's something that helps her with her problems. And if she goes to New Mexico, I have no doubt that she'd be able to get a prescription, and it wouldn't be a nonsense prescription or a pretext prescription. It would be real for her.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You
But
have
the
done-
problem is she can't even do that while she's on probation
I know.
in this court. So that needs to be addressed.
Well, if she has a prescription in New Mexico, I would urge the court to make an exception for her because it's a real medicine.
Ms.
Well-
Caballero, she was trying to, and if you want to talk to her about that, she did give me some information about a service here. I just remember the name Green Doctor. I did call, I did get informed how she can get her license, her prescription, how it would be delivered. I just needed more information on that.
And then if we
You
can
want
get
to-
that, maybe the court can look at it, and because if the
Right.
court is absolutely against her being on marijuana, it won't matter if she lives in Colorado or she has a prescription. Courts
Well-
can, you know.
Right, right. What would happen though, Ms. Caballero, and you put the judge in a very difficult position in that then it opens up the floodgates. And then where do I draw the line? So I don't want to open up the floodgates.
Right.
So I would allow her to move to New Mexico. I have no problem with that. Move
Right.
to New Mexico.
Your Honor, I understand. And I always tell lawyers when they go into courtrooms, know thine judge. And and I do know this judge. And so we're going to sit down and we're going to
Perfect.
come up with a solution.
Perfect. Okay, I'll reset this for 2 weeks. I'll let
Thank
you
you.
spin your magic. And Ms. Caballero, once again, thank you so very much for this. This is
No,
awesome.
thank you very
Awesome
much
to
for
see.
allowing me to jump in.
Ms. Lopez, you call Ms. Teresa Caballero as soon as you get off. Now you have a point of reference, Ms. Chavez, to help Ms. Caballero in any way,
Yes.
to help Ms. Myra, okay?
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Ms. Myra, you have raised a lot of compassion and you've done that for me since day one with you, right?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, continue to try to do the right thing with me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You may be excused. Ms. Caballero,